No, I'm kidding. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello. I'm back from Mardi Gras. I got back this morning, and that's why I look like this and sound like this. Um, we'll just put it like this. The last night, I made up for all the nights that I did not go out. So, I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing good. I got my webcam back. Some of you may know, I didn't have my webcam for a while, and I put a new version of Windows on my phone, and the webcam got all screwed up, and so I had been using my digital camera and recording that way, and uploading the videos that way. But now that I have my webcam back, I'll be making a lot more videos. I can promise that, because I can conveniently just prop it up in my lap like I am right now and talk to you guys, and not have to do all this extra stuff with the camera. So, anyways, I'm gonna do a few blogs tonight, and the first one that I want to do is gonna be like a little review to Basketball Wives finale, because I just felt like everybody was talking about it. It's nothing that I ever talk about. I'd rather talk about things that pertain to the LGBT community, but some things just interest me. I like to talk about, and this is one of them, because I can honestly say that that was the first and only episode I have watched from the entire season. I watched a few episodes in the first season, and then that's why I decided I really didn't care for the show. And so yeah. Anyways, in a nutshell, I don't watch the show. So I decided to go on ahead and watch it while I was out in New Orleans, and my sentiments on the show. A brief review for those of you who didn't see it. Um, all the girls went to, I think they were in Madrid or something. Or then that was the previous one. And the next one, um, they're all, talking about their trip to Madrid, and they were all dogging out Royce. And it was just typical. It was very typical. They're jumping on this person or that person. That's what goes on during the entire time of the show. So, the highlight of the show, there were two highlights. Number one was Evelyn met Ocho Cinco in person, and she had sex with him the first night that she met him in person, and she was saying, I've been Skyping him for months, so I was trying to justify it. Like, I was really trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, and so I asked one of my friends, she's straight. I said, hey, if you were talking to a dude on Skype, for a few months, but then that was your first time meeting him, would you sleep with him? And she was like, hell no. So yeah, I think that Evelyn was just kind of nasty. But, yeah, Ocho Cinco sent her some shoes or something and some flowers, and in return, she gave up the drawers. Good one. So, yeah, don't do that, young ladies. And all that I could think the whole time that I was watching was, like, I wonder how her daughter feels about this, seriously, because her daughter is, like, trying to go to college far away, probably because she's ashamed of how her mom is, my guess. Because if my mom was on national television having sex with people, I'd be pissed. And cussing people out and throwing drinks and all this, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, Mom, you need to grow up, you're childish. So, that was one highlight of the show. And then Jennifer was telling Evelyn, I don't I don't want you to be one of those girls who just gives it up, and it's basically what she was saying. Like, she feels like Ocho Cinco is just kind of like an athlete. She doesn't want her friend to get hurt. She's trying to look out for her friend. And Evelyn's whole thing was, she's just jealous. She's just jealous. And she was calling her jealous every chance she got. And I was just like, this girl will even, like, turn on her friends. Like, she's really a trip. She's really, really a trip. She's even talking about Jennifer now. So, the second highlight of the show was the fight at the end. Tammy got into a fight with Evelyn. And it was crazy because it all came from basically Evelyn having a 6-month friendship or relationship, whatever you want to call it, with Tammy's ex-husband while they were together, but she never told Tammy. And I'm pretty sure that Shawnee knew. I mean, she likes to try to play stupid, but if we're being realistic, she's the puppet master and everybody's on her little strings and she's getting paid. And you don't even see her in half of the episodes. She's off with her little boyfriend. You just see these fools in the episodes making fools of themselves. She's making money off everybody's heads. She's like a pimp. So, it's like, okay, that's what's up. So, basically, Shawnee convinced Evelyn to tell her, like, Tammy gave this little speech, this little spiel about how she was really, really happy to have them as friends, and she hadn't had real girlfriends in a while, and she was so glad that they weren't judgmental of her and that they were accepting of her, and, it was just nice to have real friends. And then it's like, oh, well, by the way, I screwed your husband. So I think she felt really I think she felt well played, and I think she felt really embarrassed, like you guys were laughing at me this whole time. You knew this and nobody told me. And she was upset. She said because she was trying to build a friendship with these women, and Evelyn in particular, and she kept that from her. And it would have been something to tell her up front before she decided to try to form a friendship with her. So it was just, I was like, you know what? That's messed up. And I just really felt like Evelyn is trashy, and I don't feel like there's anything classy about her. I don't care how pretty she is on the outside. She's ugly as hell on the inside. She's an ugly person. She's messy. And, in season 1, I felt bad for her. I'm like, oh, they released her little pictures. But you know what? I could see why somebody wanted to do her something, because she always messing with people. She's a bully. She has an ego that she doesn't need to have, because her claims to fame is a show about a bunch of women who aren't even, it should be called, this girl, a friend of mine in New Orleans, was saying they should be called babies' mamas, because that's all that they are, which is the truth. And it's just like, Evelyn is trifling, and I'm really glad. I always felt like she was trifling, and everybody else be like, man, she's bad, she's hot, I don't care. Screw that. I don't care how you look. If you're a jerk, if you're an asshole, I don't care what you look like. Doesn't matter. So you could be the most beautiful person in the world, and if you have an ugly personality, well, you're ugly. Sorry. So I never liked Evelyn, and I'm glad that everybody got to see how she really is now. Between talking about Jennifer and screwing what's her name's man for 6 months. Then the thing was, like, she says, oh, we only had sex twice. Like, side-eye girl. In 6 months? Seriously, 6 months? Okay, so sure. You had sex with Ocho Cinco. The first night y'all met in person, you expect us to believe that you only had sex with the dude you were talking to for 6 months twice? Get the hell out of here. We're not stupid. We're really not. And then, aside from that, they were teammates at the time. Dude was teammates with her at the time, fiance. So, smash and pass. Evelyn, she smashed the homies, all that good stuff. Sorry, it is what it is. She's trashy. That show is trashy. And, ironically enough, Tammy is like all hood and like, loud and whatever. But she's the only one who has enough common sense to realize that none of those women give a damn about her, and that they're just worried about trying to get 15 minutes of fame. You know what? All this little reality crap it's a fad. And fads end. When the next best thing comes along, all these people are going to be asked out, so whatever. That's a whole other blog. But yeah, I just, basically those are my sentiments. I hope Jennifer finds a guy who treats her right, because I think that she actually seems like she has a little bit of sense, and I hope she finds somebody who just treats her the way she deserves to be treated, because she seems like she just wants to be loved, and everybody deserves to be loved. But Evelyn's a dirty whore. Sorry, but Jesus, I was like, oh my God, how trifling. I would feel so terrible if I was hanging out with a girl and like she had been like smashing my ex-girlfriend for like 6 months of our relationship, and then she never told me. I don't want to punch her in the head too. Not saying that I would, because I don't condone violence, but I would definitely want to punch her out. So yeah. And then she told her that she was a non-effing factor. Ooh, you should definitely be like, I'm sorry that I deceived you. Not, you're a non-factor, so whatever. Anyway, I'm not gonna spend any more time on that. Watch my next video, and I'll see y'all later.